It's 7:45 a.m. The clock is ticking, the bus is coming, and your child refuses to get dressed. When a child begs to stay home day after day, your first instinct as a parent might be frustration. But when this refusal becomes a consistent pattern, it is rarely driven by laziness. There is usually a deep, uncomfortable emotion behind it. Look at this body scanner map. Children's bodies are highly sensitive to emotion. When a child feels overwhelmed, their brain's worry center lights up, sending out distress signals. A worried brain actually creates real physical symptoms, like stomach aches and headaches. The rule here needs to be clear. If a child has a fever or is vomiting, they stay home. No debate. But watch what happens to those red signals if you let them stay home because of anxiety. You teach their brain that avoidance works. The signals pulse stronger, making the next morning even harder. To break this cycle, parents have to look past the defiance and use a structured plan to coach their child through that emotional barrier. Step 1 is responding with warm firmness. This means you clearly acknowledge your child's feelings without changing the rule that they have to attend school. The first thing you must drop is the logic trap. When your child says they are scared, your instinct might be to explain why school is safe or try to reason with them. You have to stop doing this immediately. This diagram shows exactly why. On the left side, you see a distressed brain. It is physically incapable of processing complex arguments. Long lectures just bounce off and escalate the panic. But on the right, notice how short, simple phrases easily slip past the defenses to actually calm the nervous system. The second mistake to avoid is the rush factor. Time is tight in the morning, so we naturally tend to hurry. But pushing an overwhelmed child to move faster only triggers more resistance. Instead of hurrying them, give their brain a few slow moments to regulate. Sit close to them. Offer physical comfort if they want it. Then use brief, steady sentences like, "I'm here with you. We will go when you're ready." Your calm, non-negotiable physical presence does much more to settle a child than any argument ever could. You teach them that their feelings are real, but those feelings don't make the decisions. Children rarely look at you and say, "I'm experiencing separation anxiety." They lack the vocabulary to articulate big internal fears, so they show you their discomfort physically through their behavior. You can help them process this by externalizing the emotion. Ask them to imagine their worry as a specific, tangible character, like a worry gremlin. This creates an immediate psychological shift. Once the fear has a face and a name, your child doesn't own it anymore. It belongs to the character. That distance dramatically reduces their shame and defensiveness. When the morning crisis hits, use this concept to redirect the conflict. Instead of arguing directly with your child, you talk to the gremlin. You can use this exact phrasing. Say, "I hear your worry gremlin talking loudly today." You can feel worried and still go. You acknowledge the gremlin is in the room while holding the strict boundary that school is non-negotiable. Externalizing the anxiety shifts the dynamic from a parent-child conflict into a shared project. You are now teammates working together to face a common challenge. Calming the storm in the morning is critical, but the foundation of a low-stress morning is actually built the night before. By evening, your child's thinking brain is fully active, and they can actually reflect on their feelings. This is when you run an evening debrief. Sit beside them in a calm setting and try to identify the specific trigger behind their refusal. Children rarely dislike the entire school. They dislike one piece of it. To find that trigger, look at this checklist of curious questions. Ask, is the hard part at home or at school? Or is it a person or the work? You are observing and learning, trying to figure out if the barrier is academic, social, or just separation anxiety. After you talk through the emotional side, set up a rigid preparation routine. Pack the bags, select their clothes before bedtime, and eliminate morning decision fatigue. With the decisions made, you can let the routine do the talking when the sun comes up. Instead of issuing commands, you simply state the next step in the sequence. We finished breakfast. Next is getting dressed. By moving the heavy lifting of problem-solving and preparation to the evening, you prevent a tired brain from deteriorating into an anxious brain tomorrow. If the school refusal becomes a chronic pattern, you have to expand your support system beyond the walls of your home. Your child's teacher sees things you don't. Partnering with them identifies unseen daily stressors, like a minor peer conflict at recess, or a specific classroom rule that feels overwhelming. You should also involve your pediatrician. Have them officially check for any physical ailments. Once they rule out illness, you have clear confirmation that the physical pain is definitively linked to stress. Reach out to the school using this exact collaborative script. Mornings are hard lately. Is there anything at school that seems stressful? Let's team up. You aren't assigning blame. You are simply asking to understand the situation. When home, school, and your doctor share data, the child is surrounded by a unified, consistent message of safety. This alignment provides the predictability a nervous child needs to start feeling more confident in the routine. Success comes from bringing these strategies together, using the warm but firm script, naming the gremlin, setting the evening routine, and leveraging the teacher alliance. Put this into practice and the morning completely changes. Your child might experience a fleeting moment of anxiety, but now they have the tools to take a breath and step confidently through the door. Helping a child build the strength to face their worries is one of the most important things a parent can do. These strategies equip them to handle the challenges of the day with resilience. Subscribe for more homey parenting guidance and share this with anyone facing a difficult morning.